Whether you're running paperclip, running multi-car, or some version of this to manage your fleet of agents, one thing that comes up very frequently is the cost. Using your frontier models where you're having to pay for every single token can add up pretty quick. And the question I get quite a bit is, are there any options for local models? So today I'll showcase a very promising one, especially if you use Mac, that could help with cost. And you can set up your agents, your army of agents on multi-car, on paperclip, or in whatever interface or harness you use that gives you a very local experience, saving on cost. And the tool we're going to talk about today is oMLX. oMLX is dedicated for Mac OS, the Mac Apple Silicon. It takes advantage of that to run those open source models in a very performant fashion. And this, if you want to think of this from an analogy perspective, this would be like your Ollama, just really geared for the Apple Silicon. Now, the link to this will be in the description below. You can go down to that link, download the DMG, get that installed. Once you have it installed, the UI looks something like this. So in here, it shows you the stats and the performance of it, shows you your available models and just some key ready to go information. Now, to the right here is the chat experience. And most folks, if you're just doing like a chat GPT, or you're using like just a Claude Code where chat is just all you care about and you want that local experience with not having to send your data to maybe hosted or cloud models, come in here, simply do a chat, select that chat experience, pick a model, and I'll talk through how to get those models. And if you say hello, this is running locally based on this QN. QN is a very popular open source model, 3.5, 2 billion parameter quantized model here. Now, what you quickly see is the results for this. Number one, you don't get the same intelligence you're going to get if you were using ChatGPT, just because of the nature of it, right? We're talking about open source here and very small models to allow this to run on my tiny machine. But if you really have a need for this is an option. Eventually, I promise, eventually the results will come. Sometimes you just have to watch paint dry, it feels like it, and eventually the results come. But the good news is this is 100% local. Now, there are several other models here, like Gemma from Google. If you want the DeepSeek models, you want the Mistral, any one of those models, I'll showcase how to get that added into this experience. Hopefully this comes back. If it doesn't, oh, there you go. So it says, hello, how are you? Now you can really tell this is clock time. I'm not editing this video, pausing any stuff. So what you saw is how long it took for this to come back. So just keep that in mind as you consider going down this route. Then we're going to go back in here. If you want to get additional models, obviously go to models, model manager. And this is where you can download the models that you want. These are the models I already have downloaded. Be rest assured, these models do take space. So Gamma 4 E2B, that is 3.7 gigabytes. The QN is 1.52 gigabytes. So they can add up really fast. So go back to downloader. And here, the biggest sources of these models are Hugging Face, which is really good for model repository and models scope. Alternatively, and this is what I tend to do quite a bit, would be to scroll down and you want to select just MLX models only. Just because we're taking advantage of oMLX for Apple, so selecting that will make sense. And just browse recommended models. So if anything stands out here, 9 billion parameter, this is 6.6 GB. If you have the space for it, go for it, download that. But be rest assured, just because you can download it doesn't mean your system will run it for you, right? You might have to do some testing, some trial and error in there. What I like is usually peruse this, see the models that stand out, and then maybe pick a few. And this is recommending based on 16 GB system. So you might know my system is a 16 GB. It's just a basic MacBook system. So and then I also like that they have the stars. Like the Gamma for E2B is very, very, you can see about 2,500 stars there. So that seems to be a popular one. The Llama used to be popular, but all of a sudden they're not as popular as it used to be. So if I want, I could go the most popular. You can see here GPT OSS 20 is probably the most popular. Now, if I had the system to handle that, I would download it. Again, just because I'm downloading this doesn't mean it will work. Now, this will get downloaded eventually, will show up in my system. Obviously, it will take a while for this to be downloaded. Now, once that's downloaded, there are some settings here. You can play with those settings. Now, most people will just use these models from the chat experience. Now, I just downloaded the OSS GPT model. Eventually, that will show up here. You can use this as such. Alternatively, you're going to want to hook that up to open code. And here is my open code instance. If you're not familiar with open code, I've made some videos about that. So check on the channel, go to open code, select models. That model will be registered here in open code for you. So go to oMLX models. Your oMLX models will show up here. Now, if I was working with Ollama, my Ollama models will show up here. But what I care about is the oMLX model. So you will select that model. You can run that in the open code interface, similar to Claude Code or Codex CLI. And as long as you have it in open code, what that gives you is now that model will be visible. If you go back to paperclip, you select your agent, go to configuration, open code, then that model will show up here, right? So that's essentially how the oMLX is the model. They essentially holds the model. Open code gives you the harness on top of that. That passes that into paperclip. Same thing with multicar. If your agents are in multicar as a control plane for your fleet of agents, you can do the same. So just simply select your agent, go to settings, go to runtime, select that runtime, go to the model provider, and in that case, you're going to want to select the relevant model provider from oMLX. And that is essentially the power of you potentially getting a truly, and same thing true with OpenClaw. Clearly, I don't use OpenClaw a lot, and I don't make a lot of videos on it, but I'm pretty sure the same as flow would work for OpenClaw if you use OpenClaw, as long as you have the oMLX installed. Now, and I wasn't going to do this, but I think if you're watching the video to this point, hopefully this will help. I did try to create like a hierarchy of this, of how I think about this. I promise if this is too crowded or too busy, just bear with me. But if you think this is good, I might make a dedicated video about it, which is the layers, right? If you think about how your layers of abstraction works from an AI perspective, at the very top is things like AI Ready Life. And that is what this channel is all about. How do you take this AI to solve real problems for your life? And I've provided a set of skills and agents for you to do that. So that's a big piece of this channel. Next level to that is to do your AI Ready Life. You're building that on things like Paperclip or Multicar or OpenClaw or Pi. These harnesses allows you to do that. So people sometimes think, do I need to use every one of these? Do I need to use Hermes and Paperclip and Multicar? No. To me, it's pick one, any one that works for you, and you can go with that, right? And then below that, let's say you pick Paperclip, you're going to need the models, you're going to need the brains essentially behind that. You're going to need a runtime for that to work. So here I have my Paperclip. Well, Paperclip will give me the agents and the skills, but what runtime is it using? And this is where things like open code comes into play. So if you pick, say, Paperclip, now you need a runtime. Your runtime could be open code, or it could be open chamber, or it could be anything LLM. And so deciding on which runtime makes sense for you becomes a key. Or you can just go with Claude Code as your runtime. Now, the runtime now will give you a model. So if you went with Claude Code, obviously you're going to be using the Claude models behind. But if you went with open code as an example, then open code will give you access to a bunch of model providers. Now you gotta pick. Do you want to go with oMLX or Ollama or GPT 4.0 or LLM Studio or Misty Studio? There are so many options. Again, to me, pick one from this. So if you want to go with oMLX, just pick it and go. Or you want to go with Ollama, pick that and go. I don't really see a reason why you would use both, to be honest, at this point. Now, once you pick, say, or oMLX is going to come in with a set of models. And those models that are available for oMLX is what you would use. So this is kind of how I think about it. And hopefully this gives an orientation on all of this. But yeah, if there is demand for this, I might make a dedicated video to showcase all of this. But again, hopefully this was helpful. oMLX is becoming very, very interesting. Let's see, how many stars do they have on GitHub? 14,000 stars. By the time you're watching this, I'll be curious how many stars they have, just to tell you how fast these projects are growing. So there you have it. This is Fro. I make videos showcasing the frontier of AI to help you be AI ready. Thanks for watching and sticking to the end. Share this with somebody that might get value out of it. I will see you in the next demo.